Hello to all grandmothers, mothers, sisters, aunties, cousins, nieces, friends. Hi. Well, here we are. We made it to vlog number 40. How about that? And, you know, I had went to a retirement party today for one of our attorneys, and I said I really like this guy. We went to the San Antonio Winery, and I ordered what I wanted to order, and I really enjoyed it. But looking at the retirees, I was so excited because I said, "Hey, um, I got about 11 more months." And we were talking about what do you do once you become retired, and this attorney had battled cancer, and he said he was really, really ready to start doing the things that he wanted to do. So he had some time that he was able to think about life and say, I think I want to retire early. And I said, well, good for you. It was a beautiful party. Um, when I got to my van that evening, I called my daughters and I said, one of our best attorneys retired, and I went to his party, and I'm counting down the months for me, and it's 11 months. And they were like, wow, we can't wait. 11 months, it seems so far off. Because when I found out when I was going to be eligible for retirement, I had 2 years to go. And it just seemed like a number that was not going to ever end, 2 years. So, yeah, I talked to the girls, and we were planning and thinking about a party, and what we were going to do, and all this or that. So after talking to them on the phone, I kind of wanted to change the scenery. So I drove on over to the Rafts on Lake, and I got my coloring book out. The coloring book I had got at the dollar store, and the crayons there are cheap though. They don't color that well. They don't. So I got some Crayola brand crayons. And I had the window down. It was so nice, warm evening, and I'm coloring. And the guy pulls up in a little car. It was packed with stuff. So either he was moving or he was displaced. But he pulled up. I'm backed into the parking space where my windshield to look out is into the Raps parking lot. And he pulled in where he could be his driver's window to my driver's window. So I said, oh wow, this guy wants to talk. And I just want to reflect on the time I had left to work and the retirement party I went to, and my next life for the next 11 months. Where am I going to be? And then when that's all over, I'll be living where my children are. But anyway, he wanted to talk. And I said, okay, just pay attention. You got your doors locked. And I'm busy coloring in the coloring book. Nice ray of sunshine in because it's the evening time. And I was changing the scenery. I didn't want to sit in the lake metro lot, so I said I'll change up, be over here for a couple of hours, and then go back, and then I'll go to sleep. Well, anyway, here I am coloring in the coloring book. I got a lever up under the coloring book where it can be up on the steering wheel, and it's at a good angle. So I noticed him looking over at me coloring, and I observed that he was checking me out. And he says, "Oh, do you draw?" He asked me. "Do you draw?" And I said, I didn't want to hold a conversation. I said, "No, just coloring." He said, "Oh, that sure is pretty." I said, "Thank you." And I'm not trying to open up a conversation with him, just answering his questions. So I'm going back to coloring and looking around and see what color I'm going to use next, turning the page, starting another one. He said, "I sure would like the color." And I said, "Well, you can go on down to the dollar store down there, whether it's 99 or Dollar Tree, and they got coloring books and crayons." And he says, "Oh yeah, I don't color." I said, "Well, use the coloring pencil if you don't like crayons." He said, "No, I just like I don't. That's not my thing. I rather paint." I said, okay, well, they may have paint sets. I'm not sure. And he says, well, I think I might want to color with you. Can I come over there and sit in your passenger seat and you color that side page, I'll color the next one? And I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, can I? Oh, well, how about you come over in my car and you color that page and I'll color the other side? And I said, oh, that's not something I want to do. I want to color by myself. And I'm thinking about different things. So I'd rather not share my coloring experience with you today. And he says, oh, do you come here often? And I said, why? And he says, well, I never noticed you over here. I said, oh, you haven't? And I said, okay, well, no. And I'm thinking to myself, I really am enjoying where I'm at. I really don't want to drive off. I came here to color and change the scenery. I don't want to drive off. So I said, wow, what do I say now? I can't roll up my window. I'm not going to be able to breathe. And at that moment, all I can imagine in my mind, I said, God smiled. He's smiling because he got a sense of humor. Just imagining him in a man form, human form, he's smiling. He gives me that chance to laugh. I mean, not that I'm looking for anybody at that point, but here this man drives up. His car more loaded than mine. You can't see my stuff. I put my stuff down where you just can't see my stuff. He got all the stuff piled in his car. He gets out of his car. He's not my type. He's standing maybe 4 feet tall. I'm 5'9". And I said, God, you really know how to put a smile on my face. I don't know if he had been fine or looking handsome. I don't know if I would have talked to him, but he probably would have certainly got my attention, not this guy. And I think he had a beard, and I'm not too sure. He just wasn't my type at all. He was probably, I'm thinking maybe, I'm not even sure. He wasn't a black guy. Not that I had a preference, but I said, God, you're smiling, aren't you? Because you're trying to make me laugh, and I'm thinking serious stuff. But anyway, I said all that to say this. I know when the days that I'm displaced and I have nothing to do, trying to just buy time or think, I color. Coloring gives you a chance to relax your mind. It brings things to mind. Maybe the coloring page may have something graphic, princesses, frogs, whatever, and it takes your mind somewhere else. And then just the colors and the art of it all, the illustrations. And I said, this keeps my mind. I wasn't crocheting at the time like I'm doing now when I have dull days and want to do something to occupy my time. But I said, Lord, you're really smiling, aren't you? Just something to make me laugh. The man want me to color with him. He's not my type. He's so small I could probably put him on my lap and we can color the same page. But I said, Lord, you are amazing, God. But nevertheless, nevertheless, I'm gonna do this vlog. It's gonna be taped with me coughing. But yeah, not gonna be a long one at all. But I just wanted to tell you, ladies, sometimes go buy a coloring book and color again, like when we were young. They got adult coloring books now, more fancier stuff that you can use with fine colored pencils. Just have a good time. Just because we may not have anywhere to go or nothing to do, we can always color and we can dream while we're looking at those illustrations, right? God will smile on us. And I love that about him. I'll see you next time, ladies. Have a very good evening. Praying for you. Bye-bye.